What's going on YouTube, Gary here, gzduel, here to bring you guys my long-awaited Tele-Madolche deck profile for the March 2013 format. And for this one, I'm just going to do exactly what I used to do. I'm going to go through a deck list for those of you just here for the deck list, and then I'll talk about each card, maybe not each card, the cards that I find relevant to discuss, and talk about why I choose them. So first, the deck list, I have 2 Croissant, 3 Hoot Cake, 3 Mageline, 3 Messengelato, 3 Mew. We have 2 Maxi, 1 Psychic Jumper, 3 Serene Psychic Witch, 2 Tragodia. For the spells, we have Dark Hole, 3 Emergency Teleport, 2 Chateau, and 2 Ticket. And we have 3 MST. For the trap, we have 2 Trap Holes, Bottomless Trap Holes, the Solemn Duo, and the 2 Threatening Roar, and 1 Ultimate Offering. For the extra deck, I have 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Evil Storm Ouroboros, Cowboy, Pearl, Excalibur, Levier, Invoker, 2 Queen Tiramisu, 1 Maestro, Shockmaster, Acid Golem, Black Strip of Corn, and the Wind Up Zenmaines. For the side deck, we have 2 Drone Lockbirds, 2 Effect Veiler, 3 Electric Virus, 3 Swift Scarecrow, 2 Mind Crush, and 3 Royal Decree. Alright, so that's the deck list, guys. It's 40 cards in the main deck and 15 for the extra inside. So let's talk about the why I run 2 Croissants. Croissant is pretty good. If you guys saw my combo video, which I will link to down in the video replies, Croissant is actually pretty interesting. It allows you to, at the end of your combo, bounce back the Madolche Hoot Cake, so that even if your field is destroyed, everything on your field is wiped, you can basically use the combo once again. And Croissant is really good because it's level adjusting, can actually help you start a combo without the Madolche Hoot Cake. So I'll show you guys how. Basically, if you have like an emergency teleport, what you can do is this. You have emergency teleport, you have Madolche Mew, and you have a Croissant. You can still go for an Invoker and a Queen Tiramisu. So what you would do is normal summon Mew, use Mew's effect in order to bring out Croissant, and then you use emergency teleport in order to try to get yourself a Serene Psychic Witch. You don't really necessarily need an emergency teleport if you already have a Serene Psychic Witch. So you overlay the Serene Psychic Witch and the Madolche Mew into Invoker, x-saber Invoker, and then you use Invoker by detaching 1 Mew from the materials in order to special summon a Messengelato. Now Messengelato, when it's special summoned when you have the Madolche Croissant, keep in mind you have Madolche Croissant, which is a beast. Messengelato allows you to search your deck for a Madolche spell or trap card. Of course, you're going to get the ticket, because if you get the Chateau and you activate it, the Mew that you just detached will go back into the graveyard and it'll be pretty sad. But if you get a ticket, what you can do is you can play the ticket, use a Madolche Croissant's effect to bounce back the ticket to your hand, increase its level by 1, so you have a level 4 Croissant and a level 4 Messengelato, as well as an x-saber Invoker. And you just overlay the Messengelato and the Croissant in order to get yourself the Queen Tiramisu, and you can use Queen Tiramisu's effect because you would have Mew in your graveyard. But before you do that, you should play ticket and then search your deck for another Madolche monster. Okay, so that's why Croissant's pretty cool, because it allows you to do level adjusting, it allows you to do another set of combos, and it allows you to reset your combo if you want. Also, Madolche Croissant is awesome because if you have the Ultimate Offering, of course you can always go for the Ultimate Offering OTK. That's when you normal summon Mageline, get Mageline, you normal summon Mageline, search Mageline again, normal summon Mageline, search for Croissant, normal summon Croissant, bounce back Mageline, normal summon Mageline, and keep going and keep going and keep going. So yeah, Croissant's pretty useful. And I want to talk about why I bumped Madolche Hoot Cake to 3. It's basically a no-brainer. With the combo being so dependent on having Hoot Cake and Madolche Mew, you should run 3 at 3 each. Not because you need more than 1, but because you need to draw it more often than not. That's why you need it at 3. Mageline at 3 is just so that you can search these 2 combo pieces. Messengelato at 3 is actually really important that you run it at 3, because sometimes if you draw into 1, you will still have 2 in the deck, and you really need some of these in the deck. You need Messengelato in the deck more than if you would want to draw it. And the 2 Maxi, I want to talk about the Maxi and why I main deck it. I main deck Maxi because Madolche deck works if your opponent tries to OTK you but fails. So what that means is when they try to spam the field with special summons, you activate Maxi and hopefully you'll draw into a Tragodia, or if you sided in Swift Scarecrow, that'd be awesome too. So you would get a lot of advantage from Max C, and they can't OTK you, and when it's your turn, you go for your combo, and you use Queen Tiramisu and bounce back the monsters that they special summoned. So either back to the extra deck or back into the deck. So that's why Max C is important, because it helps you save yourself from being OTK'd. Second of all, Max C, out of all the hand traps, is conditionless in terms of discarding. You can always discard Max C. You can discard it on your standby phase, your main phase, whatever. And sometimes when you do have all the pieces, you have Madolche Mew, you have Madolche Who Cake, you just need a monster in the graveyard. And if you have Max C, just throw it in the graveyard and go off with your combo. So that's why Max C's at 2. I'll talk about why I run Psychic Jumper. Normally I ran, before I ran Esper Girl, but I found that Psychic Jumper is much better than Esper Girl, because with Esper Girl, other than the effect of, you probably drawing an extra card out of it being special summoned while removed, it doesn't do much. If you have Psychic Jumper, somehow if you have like a Serene Psychic Witch in your hand, and you have an Emergency Teleport in your hand, what you can do is you can normal summon the Serene Psychic Witch, and then use Emergency Teleport to try to get Psychic Jumper, and then you can basically have a creature swap. You can get your opponent's monster and you can keep it, and it's really good. You just pay at the cost of 1,000 life points with the possibility of getting a really good monster from your opponent. Is actually very worth it. And besides, it's also an Earth level 2 tuner, and it's also Psychic, so it fulfills the emergency teleport requirement, and it also gives you access to Nigeria Beast. And Nigeria Beast is good because with Nigeria Beast, you can basically shut down a lot of decks like Heroes. You can shut down a deck like Prophecy. So yeah, I also want to run the Psychic engine, other than not the TG engine, with the TG Werewolf and the Bear and the Tanky. The reason why I want to do that is because I feel like if you run the Psychic engine, it's more safe and it fulfills more requirements for your combo. For your Who Cake combo, you need a monster in the graveyard as well as a level 3 monster on the field. Serene Psychic Witch does both, because when Serene Psychic Witch is destroyed by battle or by card effect, not only does it go to the graveyard, it allows you to special summon another Serene Psychic Witch from the deck at your next standby phase, which is awesome because you can just go off. You can use Who Cake to banish the one that was destroyed, and then you would exceed with the one that was special summoned. Now, if you run TG Werewolf, sure, you can get it more often with Tenki, and you can special summon it when you special summon Who Cake, but it's not a guarantee that you'll have a monster in your graveyard in order to activate Who Cake's effect. So I feel like that's a bit of a downside to that combo, whereas this combo is more awesome. And also, if you have Serene Psychic Witch, it's since it's a floater, it's very safe. You can just set this and wait on it in order to get all your pieces. When your opponent first destroys the first Serene Psychic Witch, you can special summon another Psychic Witch. That'll buy you another turn. And when this is destroyed, you can special summon the last Serene Psychic Witch, and then you can go off with your combos. So that's why I run the Psychic engine. Tragodia is Tragodia, that's no problem. You guys might have noticed why I don't run any Monster Reborn, and I don't run anything like Heavy Storm. The reason why I don't want to run Heavy Storm, which is I think it's kind of bad, but it's because I don't want to destroy these things like Madolche Chateau and Madolche Ticket and these traps. But definitely, if you want to run a Heavy Storm, you should take out another Mystical Space Typhoon. It's just like when I play, I like to overcommit to the board back row wise, and I don't like to blow up my own Chateau and Ticket. But definitely, Heavy Storm is a good idea. But a Monster Reborn is not a good idea because all of your Madolche monsters basically go back to the deck. Yeah, okay, I want to talk about why I run 2 Chateau and 2 Ticket. The reason why I run 2 Chateau is you're never going to run out. When the first Chateau gets destroyed, you can basically return it to the deck with Queen Tiramisu, and same thing with Ticket. And Chateau is just searchable, and Ticket is searchable through Messenger Lotto. Considering how much you spam special summon Messenger Lotto, you can get these guys no problem. Okay, and other than that, I don't think there's anything else to talk about in the main deck. So let's talk about the extra deck. I want to talk about why I run Evil Swarm Ouroboros. Sometimes when you're going for the Madolche OTK with the Ultimate Offering, especially with the Ultimate Offering, you want to not only like get rid of their field, you might also want to get rid of their hand sometimes. if there's a possibility of them having a hand trap. And Evil Swarm Ouroboros just does that. And it's a rank 4 with 4 Exceed materials. It's like the equivalent of a Shockmaster, but in an offensive position. Shockmaster, you use it when you try to lock down your opponent defensively, so they can't use spells, they can't use monster effects, etc. But with Evil Swarm Ouroboros, it's kind of like the offensive equivalent. That's why I like Ouroboros. Yeah, and there's nothing really much to talk about. The extra deck is pretty standard. I chose to just keep Queen Tiramisu at 2 because the first queen, if it dies, when you summon the second queen, you can use the second queen's effect to return the first queen into the extra deck, so you'll never run out. It's like a mini loop. Yeah, other than that, nothing in the extra deck. In the side deck, I want to talk about why I run so many hand traps. Basically, you want to stop your opponent from OTKing you, from getting so much advantage, and then when it's your turn, you go off with your combo and you just win. So Droll and Lockbird definitely stops prophecies. Effect Veiler definitely stops things like Fire Fist, or any Rescue Rabbit variant like Dino Rabbits, Evil Swarms. The Electric Fires is a really good card. I really like Electric Fires especially against decks that run Dragosack, because when they first turn go Dragosack and they have 2 tokens, you can use Electric Fires, steal their Dragosack, detach Dragosack's last material in order to get 2 tokens on your side of the field, and then use Dragosack's effect, tribute itself, as well as one of the monsters on their side of the field. So you use 1 card, you waste 2 of their cards, and you basically +2 with the tokens with 1 Electric Virus, and that's why Electric Virus is awesome. It's like the 1 card out. Also, Swift Scarecrow, this is a no-brainer. When your opponent tries to OTK you, you just throw Swift Scarecrow into the graveyard, and when it's your turn, you'll have a target for Hoot Cake to banish, and you can go off with your combo. Mind Crush, of course, against Prophecy, against Mermails, against a whole bunch of decks that search, even against gadgets. Also, the 3 Royal Decree, because I run minimal traps in this build. I don't really need that many traps. I can basically side in Royal Decrees over the Threatening Roars and the Bottomless Trap Holes, and then I can side in these Swift Scarecrows for protection against attacks instead of these Threatening Roars, so I'm not too worried. I think Royal Decree is definitely a good meta call, especially when your opponent tries to hurt you with Macro, with Soul Drain, with Skill Drain, with even Mind Drain. And if you use Royal Decree, you can also stop things like Abyss Sphere, and Royal Decree is definitely just awesome. Alright, if you guys have any questions about this deck, about the deck profile, please feel free to drop a comment below. But other than that, I'm very proud of this deck. It's been doing really well. I really encourage you guys to try it. And this is Gary, gzduels, signing out.